Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. I just want to run something by y'all, and I just want to prove to y'all a lot of times when I make predictions, it's because I know what I'm talking about. Now, keep in mind, I was the one that predicted as soon as Trump was elected president that the racists and the white supremacists was going to run wild. I told y'all that they was going to start emasculating black men. I told y'all that Operation Extinction was about to go into effect. Well, it's going into effect. Look what's going on now about emasculizing black men. You got Dwayne Wade talked about he called his son she and all that. I'm gonna leave that alone. Not to mention the other stuff that was going on. Remember, I predicted that this was going to happen. Now here we are, 2019. It's happening. I told you that the racists was going to come out in drones now that Obama was out of office. And look what's happening at an all-time high. Sad part about it is you got black people defending a lot of these motherfuckers. Now, another prediction that I made when all this talk first surfaced about the Raiders moving to Las Vegas, I told you guys that they were going to vote for the Raiders to move to Las Vegas and that the Raiders had no intentions on staying in Oakland. And I told you that Mark Davis basically trademarked Las Vegas Raiders like 20 years ago. They're trying to make you think that it got trademarked recently, but they trademarked it 20 years ago. Keep in mind the 1999 film, Romeo Must Die, predicted and said that the Oakland Raiders would leave Oakland again. Well, guess what? They're leaving Oakland for Las Vegas. It was predicted 20 years ago that they would leave Oakland again. Now, also, let's talk about the 1987 film Hollywood Shuffle starring Robert Townsend. A lot of people thought that that was just a typical comedy film where they was just trying to be funny. But if you look at the elements of that film, they're talking about a lot of stuff in that film that resonates now, that's going on now. Where you had the black acting school, where you had actually white people trying to show black people how to act black. And then you look at what's going on now. You look at what happened with Gabrielle Union. You look at what happened with Orlando Jones, where Orlando Jones said he had what you would call a quote unquote wigger who wore Black Panther shirts and all that type of shit, trying to tell him his character, something about his character, I don't know, giving black people the wrong idea. So I have no idea what it means. I never watched that show. So at the end of the day, that movie was made 32 years ago. And now look what's happening. Exactly what he said was going on in that movie is happening right now. So sometimes, or a lot of times, these movies give you a depiction of the future. They tell you and warn you what's going on. Now, some of it is just movies, and some of it isn't. Now, keep in mind, Michael B. Jordan made a movie last year where in the future that they was basically going to try to get rid of books and keep you from reading, where they was going to outlaw reading material because they wanted to program you and brainwash you and try to dumb down like some of the most tragic events that happened to black people didn't really exist or it wasn't as bad as they made it out to be. Look what they're doing now. They're trying to minimize slavery. They're trying to make it look like racism never existed. I'm just keeping it 100. They're trying to erase history. They're trying to say it's exaggeration. They're trying to clean up the image of white people, but at the same time, brainwash black people into being submissive and having a slave to slave master mentality to Caucasian people. So y'all got to watch out for that. Michael B. Jordan, I forgot what that movie was called, but it came on HBO. And and it made a prediction that they was gonna try to do that. And what are they doing now? They're trying to change history. They're trying to get you to believe some people, some of these historic figures that were actually black were actually white. They're trying to whitewash you. That's why they trying to talk this shit about, well, Scarlett Johansson recently came out and said, well, she feel like you should be able to play any type of role. Even if the character was black, you should be able to play no, fuck that. Why you think all of a sudden this news came out that they wanted Julia Roberts to play Harriet Tubman? Because the producer said, well, that happened so long ago, who's going to know the difference? I would like to know what that dude looks like. Real talk. But I'm just trying to tell you guys, y'all got to watch out for some of this stuff. Go watch that movie Hollywood Shuffle. You got a scene where it's a dude who white trying to tell a black person how to even cuss like a black person who happened to be white. That take nerve. But then again, you have a lot of this on YouTube where you got white people trying to tell black people what not to be offended by, what is not racist according to them. Joe Rogan tried to sit up there, and say, well, we should be able to determine what's racist and what's not, because keep in mind, Joe Rogan got caught saying some very racist stuff about black people, and he got a complete pass from it. So, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.